Tell me how have you been? Gee, it's good to see you again.
So good, baby.
Are you planning to stay this time? And if you stay, let me stay.
Welcome to the Gridiron Boys podcast. I am your host, Devin Lopez.
And I am your host, Aaryn.
And listen, we're going to be breaking down and going through the Big Ten. And right now, we are pretty busy. Aaryn just had a kid, so congratulations to him. And I moved, and that's why we took another break. Listen, we're going to have some consistency coming soon, all right?
One day.
Trust me, we're going to get one day. We're going to get it done.
One day.
We already went through the ACC. We went through the Big 12. So if you want to check that out, wherever you listen to podcasts, it will be there and on YouTube. Or you want some clips, it'll be on TikTok. Subscribe, follow us, whatever you need to do. We'll be doing part 1 today because we won't be able to fit all this in. So we'll be doing 18 through 10. And then tomorrow we'll be recording 10 to 1, which that should be coming up in the next...
Not 9 to 1.
9 to 1. Sorry, my bad. 9 to 1. That should be coming in the next couple of days. For recording because I got to edit and stuff. So, you know what? Let's get it started. Aaryn, I want you to go first about your number 18 team in the Big Ten. Who was the worst?
Well, to me, it is Northwestern. I mean, not too much going on there. I think they do have one bright spot in their quarterback that they got from SMU. Did not have a very good year last year. Ended up losing his starting job to Kevin Jennings, I believe is his name. Don't get me wrong there. Don't kill me. I believe his name is Kevin Jennings. Preston Stone. I mean, he's a graduate. 2023, he threw for 31, almost 3,200 yards, 28 TDs to only 6 interceptions. He had another 200 rushing yards for 4 touchdowns. I mean, 2023, the dude was a bona fide stud. He was supposed to be the next big thing. He was supposed to, I believe, he was supposed to be a first-round draft pick this last draft, and then absolutely fell off the face of the earth. But I think now at Northwestern, pressure's off. He's just got to go out there and ball out with mediocre to below average talent. So no pressure, just go out there, have some fun. Defensively, I mean, they got a couple guys. They got a couple guys. Oh, Lord, okay. Let me try and pronounce this name. We got a few of these on this. We got a few of these. May Uline? Maybe? Linebacker. Dude had 85 total tackles, 49 of those being his, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Man was a pursuit demon, I guess. I mean, dude was going after some folks. They also have a defensive end, Aiden Hubbard. Man had 33 tackles, 12 solos, 7 tackle for losses, and 6 sacks. I know you love that number. So, I mean, that dude was absolutely getting to the quarterback. It's just really the rest of the team is where I'm like, what do you got? And it's pretty much nothing.
And I just found out because, RIP the notebook. I had to do the phone. I was on vacation. I was at your house. His name is Mac. Is Mac, not May. It's Mac.
That's a C, not an E. That's on me.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
my shitty handwriting.
No, you're good. I just figured that out because I was just like, where is my stuff at on my phone? So I might struggle a little bit, but I am going to follow suit with you, man. 18 is Northwestern. Listen, you don't even have a stadium, so you lose points already, right?
I will say, have you seen, sorry to interrupt you. Have you seen the stadium design?
I think I have, but I don't really remember it, to be honest. I saw it like one. Yeah, I saw one little post. It was like a long time ago whenever they first dropped it. I just don't really remember it. I'm going to check it out. Northwestern. No, you're good. Northwestern. Let's say you were 4-8 last year. Your conference, you were 2-7 in conference, so you got a couple wins there. And I have these whole schedule that I want to little break down. A couple of games. Your first game, you're going to Tulane, which I honestly think Northwestern. I think this is where you should come out hot. You got a new quarterback. You got an offensive tackle that I want to get into. He's a bona fide stud. So let's get that going. You got Oregon in week 3. Sorry, I'm just chuck it up as a loss already. And then they also got to play Penn State, Nebraska, Michigan, and Illinois at the later half of the year. Not in order, but that's some of the teams. Listen, those are all losses. Unless you do a Northern Illinois to Notre Dame type game, you just don't got the defense for that, and I don't see it happening. You were 18th in the Big Ten in offense, 13th in defense, so you're at the bottom half pretty much. The guy I wanted to bring up, offensive tackle, I think he's the best player on Northwestern, is Caleb Turnin. He is going to be a redshirt senior. Sorry, I had to look on my phone because I had to write all this down. So I got this from an article, don't remember where, but they said in the last 2 seasons, he was a program starting left tackle. He's a veteran lineman, of course. He has proven to be one of the best pass protectors. He did struggle in his first couple of years as a run blocker, which is something you need. You need both. During his 2-year stretch, he allowed only 4 sacks, and he played every down, is what they said. So only 4 sacks in 2 years. Pass blocking is phenomenal. He posted a 97.7 efficiency rating according to Pro Football Focus. That is perfect. He did struggle in the run game, like I said, but they said in 2024 he has made huge strides in fixing that. I think I didn't write this down, but he was in 58% something in the run blocking, and he went up to like 75. So that's a huge jump from a year. And this year, if he follows suit, he's going to get up there, and he's going to be one of the best tackles in the game. And then I also had Preston Stone, quarterback. You've already talked about him. Listen, I don't know. I don't believe in him, to be honest with you. I'm just going to say it out loud. You went to SMU, you're in the ACC. And then you move over to the Big Ten, and you're playing people like Oregon and all them. I'm being honest. This is a defensive conference, so have fun there. I know you played a couple tough teams, where you were from earlier, previously, but listen, you're going to play some tougher defenses. You got Oregon, Penn State, like I already said. So have fun there. And defense, I had Mack as well. This dude, what a linebacker, redshirt senior. So it's your year. Go get a high draft pick, man. And then I wanted to go D tackle Najee Story. He had 12 solos, 24 total tackles. He had 3.5 tackles for losses, 1.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hurries. So nothing too crazy. I just wanted to write them down because the defense need to control the line as much as possible because I didn't really see any corner help or safety help on that team. So you got to dominate something. Hopefully, let's just help them out. Let's get some pressure going. And I also had in my bottom notes here, I said the offense has 2 new receivers. The right side of the line are all transfers, so you reconstructed the whole line on the right side, and their quarterback is tied in as well, or transfer. So you're kind of going with a whole new offense. So I think that's good if you're that bad already to try to improve, but I don't see it happening for Northwestern, and that's my 18th.
So my 17 is Wisconsin, and I really didn't want them having that low. They got jack squat, and I don't trust their coach. Wisconsin, I mean, they got a quarterback, Billy Edwards. I mean, threw for almost 3,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, and to 9 interceptions. I believe he transferred in, if I'm not mistaken. Had another 150 rush yards, 5 TDs, what I'm seeing. I mean, they have potential. It's just there's nothing else really Wisconsin has offensively. I went hunting up and down that roster offensively, and I could not find a single person. But they do have a shocker. They do have some linebackers. Wisconsin have linebackers. They got a guy, Christian Allegro. That's what I'm going to call him. Allegro. Sorry, I'm trying to pronounce that. 66 total tackles, 44 solos. Good size, 6'4", 245. He had 5 tackled for losses with 3 sacks. I mean, pretty good numbers there. They're gonna need those numbers again. I mean, if they want to do anything, they got a guy, Mason Rager, another linebacker, 6'5", 250. He had 22 total tackles, 14 solos, but he had 5 sacks and a forced fumble. So I mean, those two guys, holding up your linebacking spots. I mean, that's pretty good. I'd say. Is just gonna, you'll have to rush the quarterback because I don't think your corners are gonna give you a lot of time to get to him. So you'll have to figure it out. But yeah, that is my 17 team.
Gotcha, man. So we are already at our first disagreement here. Usually, I think me and you are really on the same path when it comes to the bottom halves of conferences. We're usually on the same team, but we're going to change. I think it might be the first time that we changed 2 teams in already, or 1 team in. I'm going to go number 17, Maryland. They were 4-8 last year. They were 1-8 in conference. They were 7th in offense, 16 in defense. Looking at this regular season, I see Washington being a tough game, Nebraska being a tough game, Indiana being a tough game, Illinois definitely be a tough game, and Michigan. So I just don't think the schedule really favors you. Michigan State, I honestly think I'm pretty high on them, so I think that's a dub for Michigan State. But you do got teams like Wisconsin that you could win, definitely. Honestly, the bottom half for me are just kind of divided by a couple like 1 game or 2 games. So
Yeah.
you switch the head-to-head, whatever, you're going to be higher than Wisconsin. But I wanted to talk about Dorian Fleming, a tight end, redshirt sophomore. So last year as a freshman, this guy, he is from Georgia State, by the way. He had 49 receptions, 558 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Not bad for a heck of a freshman. Honestly, that's a heck of a freshman year, in my opinion, as a tight end. So let's improve on that. Let's help the quarterback out. And I also had a dude right here. He has a lot of potential. Jaleel Farouk, a receiver, redshirt senior. He transferred from Oklahoma. So his stats last year, he had 3 receptions, 58 yards, and 0 touchdowns. And you're like, why did you write him down? Well, he did get injured, and I had a little bio about him. He played in 36 career games at Oklahoma across 4 seasons. So he is a veteran. He played from 2021 to 24, making 25 starts in those games. He totaled 89 receptions for 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. He also was huge in the return game, compiling 708 yards on 32 kickoff returns. So that's something that Maryland can use. If you do struggle on both sides of the ball, special teams can change the game. Just like that, As a Bronco fan, don't want to bring him in. We had a game winning, and then a field goal block happened. So special teams can really change a game. And also, field position does not help. If you're fumbling on punts and stuff, listen, that shit hurts. My team does it all the time, college and pro. We'll find a stupid way to lose, and, that's how we do it. So he's going to be huge for Maryland in the return game. But Farouk only played 2 games in 2024 due to injury. So he's looking for a new team. And I think Maryland is a perfect spot to be receiver number 1. In defense, I got Cam Rice, defensive tackle, transfer from Ohio. He had 10 solos, 30 total tackles. He had 8.5 tackles for losses. That's something I love, and 3 sacks and 5 quarterback hurries. And then I got Daniel Wingate, inside linebacker. He had 30 solos, 50 total tackles, 6.5 tackles for losses, 0 sacks, and 1 quarterback hurry. So if an inside linebacker, I'm not really looking at sacks as much. I would like you to improve it. But, getting 50 tackles, I do want you to up the tackles, but it is what it is. I'm just a little, I don't really believe in the Maryland train here. I know they're set to improve, but I just don't see it happening this year. Man, moving on to 16. Yeah, that's everybody I had. I hope.
All right.
Man, fuck this phone, dude. I need my damn notebook back. I'm just blind. I had to keep zooming it. You know what I'm saying?
My number 16 team is Purdue.
Not at the bottom, huh? Look at that. That's
not at the bottom.
Let's go.
I don't. It's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting that. I'll be real with you guys. I was not expecting that. But then you look at their team. You got Devin McCoby for running back. I mean, 687 yards, 4 TDs, 107 receiving yards for a receiving TD, which is nothing crazy. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing crazy. It's barely even good, but something tells me with who they have at receiver, who I did not realize, when I saw his name, I was like, dang, that sounds familiar. And that's because he was a dog, literally. Transfer from Georgia, Nitro Tuggle.
Damn, dude. Hey, someone clip that shit. Oh God, what a poet, dude. God, was a dog.
Nitro
literally.
Tuggle. Yeah, he was a dog. Nitro Tuggle. I mean, transfer from Georgia, runs a 4.49 40. Apparently he got he got caught in the Georgia issues. So can you guess what he did?
Speeding.
Speeding. So he got suspended
Nice.
indefinitely. But I expect a
Shut those damn dogs up, damn it.
it's
Just kidding.
it's my wife laughing at us.
Oh, wow. Listen, you don't have to buy into it now. You don't have to buy into it now, but it's gonna improve. All
Yeah,
right.
it's gonna happen. Things are gonna happen.
Things are gonna happen.
Anyway, they have Nitro Tuggle, which for Purdue, I really like that. I mean, as long as he keeps his foot off the accelerator, he'd be all right.
Yeah.
So I like him. Defensively, they got CJ Nunalali.
Dang. Yeah.
The fourth. There's a lot of crazy names in this conference, I tell you. 56 total tackles, 24 solos, 11 tackle for losses, 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. I mean, the dude was kind of a force on that line. And then going right behind him is Manny Powell. 59 total tackles, 9 tackles for losses, 3.5 sacks. I mean, there's pieces there that I'm really liking, and so I'm like, I don't see why they can't get a couple extra wins, here and there. So that is my number 16 team, Purdue.
All right. Well, I'm gonna follow you. My number 16 team is Purdue. 111 overall, conference 0-9, and I will say they are gonna get. I'm gonna guarantee at least one win this year. Not even a hot take, I don't think. At least one win, right? All right, let's look. Let me get my phone out so I can read. Okay. So the schedule also is not fun. You're playing Notre Dame, Illinois, back-to-back weeks. Then you go on to Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, Indiana to close out, and that is in order. Purdue.
They also got Minnesota, man.
They do got Minnesota. We'll talk about Minnesota. I'll talk about Minnesota later. I have a lot of questions about Minnesota personally, but yes, Minnesota is a solid team. They just don't have all the pieces together. I keep leaving them out. You're right. I need to give a little bit more respect to Minnesota. That team, you're right. I apologize. Do got Minnesota. I think you can steal a win, or not even steal a win. You can beat Northwestern, and I think steal a win from Rutgers. So I think they got it, man. And I think, which is funny, because Aaryn over here stole literally everybody. I had Devin, the running back. I had Nitro Tuggle. I had CJ Nunnally, and then I had Manny Powell. So funny enough. But I did have a little bit of notes to highlight. The thing I am worried about, which I think is going to help in their favor, because I think listening to my podcast about the takes, I think I lean more towards people that are high on these like transfer portals. So I might have a little bit of a bias here because I'm like, oh man, they're trying, so maybe there's an improvement. This team had 44 transfers just from offense and defense, not even counting special teams. It's a whole new damn program over here. And I am excited with Nitro Tuggle, by the way. But I had another guy, Malachi Thomas from Virginia Tech. He is going to be a backup running back. It's going to be a little bit of a committee over there in Purdue. He'll make his way west from Virginia Tech, where he played in 38 games. He has over 1,000 yards rushing, and he'll provide a punch next to Devin. So Devin is not going to be the only running back in that room. So they're going to have a little bit of committee there. So let's figure, 1-2 punch. Let's figure it out, Purdue. I'm going with you, dude. Let's get at least 2 wins. Huh? Let's do it.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
Side note, Evan. I don't
What's
know
up,
if you care,
brother?
your hat's a little crooked. You got it. Kind of got it like that.
My bad, guys. Let me fix that real quick.
15 team, Rutgers. Good Lord. I got Rutgers. They had a good season last year for Rutgers, standards. They got a receiver, DT Sheffield, 822 yards for 11 TDs. Comes from North Texas, so pretty air raidy offense. But I love them guys from North Texas. You know what I mean? They got a quarterback that I like. I think we talked about him. The ACC breakdown, I believe. Morris. So this is just one of his targets right there. You got CJ Campbell at running back, 844 yards, close to 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. But he also had 500 yards receiving with 3 receiving touchdowns. So they got some offense. It looks like. They got a defensive back, Jacoby Henderson, 50 total tackles, 27 solos, 2 interceptions. Got to say, I think 50 is a decent number as a corner to have. I think once you start reaching the 60s and up, it's like, what's that say about your defense?
Yeah. Let's get your D-line upgraded.
Yeah. And then they also have another, no respect.
She's like, you're too damn little for anybody to see that shit, which might be fair. Just give us a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna be big, and that's gonna circulate back around.
I didn't know.
You're gonna be famous. You're
That's right.
gonna be famous. I was the wife of Aaryn Ross.
Yeah, there. Yep. She's gonna retire one day.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Everybody's gonna retire one day.
Yeah, you're right.
Then on another TV, we got Elad. I don't know. 84 total tackles. So normally, oof. 54 of them were solo though. So I kind of like the fact that most of those tackles were him.
That's a big dog.
Yeah, 5 tackles for losses, 1 sack, 1 interception. I mean, he seems like a little do-it-all kind of person. And I really liked him. So 15 for me is Rutgers.
All right, so this is where we might lose a lot of credibility. All right, so my 15 team might blow the heads off of people. I'm going to go UCLA. Oh, man, he threw UCLA down there. Listen, I like UCLA's color scheme. There's pretty cool things to say about it. I honestly, dude, not an expert. I didn't find anybody that I was really excited about. Be honest. They were 15th in offense last year, 11th in defense. So, I mean, your offense was garbage and your defense was not that
They're
much
a
better.
basketball school, damn it.
Yeah, right? And I wanted to say, dude, your first 2 games are tough. You're playing Utah, and then you're playing UNLV at UNLV.
Don't sleep on UNLV, guys.
Exactly. That's a tough little duo there. And then you're playing Penn State, Michigan State, and after. I'm not going in order, by the way. I'm just picking teams that I think it's going to be a little tough. Indiana, Nebraska. Oh, actually, this one's going to be in order. It's going to be Indiana, Nebraska, Ohio State, Washington, and USC. I think it's a tough little schedule at the bottom, man. And I don't believe in UCLA, and I'll get clowned for it, to be honest, man. I'm here just saying my takes, For the offense, I have one guy, and his name is going to be Quasi Gilmore, a receiver, sophomore. 31 receptions, 345 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Did that blow your socks off? No, not really. That's to see some improvement, man. I will say I also wrote down the UCLA Bruins last year just experienced their first losing season since the pandemic. They went 5-7 their first year as a Big Ten squad. So moving from the Pac-12 to Big Ten hasn't been too nice to UCLA, and I think it's not going to help their case either. I think they're going to double that losing season with another losing season. And you know what? I'm okay with being wrong. If they go higher, you know what? I'm the dumbass who did it. So I at least am man enough to post it and talk about it, you know? So I'll have UCLA low. That 13, or 15, that's it, dude.
Hey, if you're getting crucified, I'm getting crucified with you. My 14 team is UCLA.
There we
There's
go.
nothing going on here. I mean, yeah, everybody's going to be talking about Nico, I'm a leaving, all right? Like, calm down there, killer. It's not like he was amazing. He threw for, 2,600 yards, 19 TDs, 5 interceptions, rushed for another 400 for another 3 TDs. I mean, but the man had probably one of the most questionable departures there was. He said it wasn't about the money. It was about the scheme. I'm going to UCLA. That made no damn sense, son. That don't make no damn sense. So calm down there, killer. I do think he is a hell of an upgrade from who they had before, but like they need to calm down. If they're riding a hype train because they got Nico, I'm a leaving, then they need to pump their brakes. But they do have Javion Thomas at running back, 626 rushing yards, 7 TDs. Transfer from Cal, and Cal was tearing it up last year. So, I mean, I think there's a lot of potential there. I'm not going to say he has the numbers that show it, but I do think there's some potential there. But, yeah, that's all I really have for UCLA, my 14 team right there.
Yeah, I'll be mad enough to say I should have wrote down the running back. And to be honest, guys, I didn't forget Nico. I was going to let Aaryn talk about it. You know, he's an SEC fan. His favorite team's there. So I was going to leave it for him. I just didn't expect it to be so soon. So I'm glad we're kind of on the same page, dude. My number 14 team, Evan Lopez coming in. How the hell is this team up here? Is everybody asking? I'm going to tell you why, man. I really don't have the biggest explanation. I just have a feeling. I kind of root for this team always. I mean, I don't hate them. It's going to be Wisconsin. Wow, they're above UCLA. Yeah, they are, in my opinion. I took the shot. You know, I just always I don't really hate Wisconsin. There's no hate in my heart for them. 5-7 last year, 3-6 in conference play. They will start the season. I'm actually going to say every team now on, I'm just going to read their whole schedule so we don't confuse you. I'm skipping games. This one, I'm going to read the whole schedule, and I'm going to let you decide as well as you're listening. We got Miami, Ohio, and then we got Middle Tennessee State, and then we got Alabama, so that's a loss. Maryland, that's a dub, in my opinion. Michigan, Iowa, Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota. That is a gauntlet of a schedule. I know I put them high, but that is a gauntlet of a schedule, but I have a feeling that if a team is going to be able to get a couple wins out of it, it's going to be Wisconsin, in my opinion. Their defense wasn't particularly great this year. This is kind of going off blind belief, y'all. I'm just going to let you know, man. I put them a little higher than most people have, and I will respect it if they go any lower. 11th in offense, 12th in defense. They do have Vinny Anthony II, a receiver. He had 39 receptions, 672 yards, 4 touchdowns. And then the defensive side, you got Corey Walker. Did you talk about Corey Walker? I don't remember. D-end. He transferred from Western Michigan. He had 22 solo tackles, 38 total tackles as a D-end, 6.5 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks, 3 quarterback hurries. So you're bringing in, I think, hell of a player at the end. You're trying to bolster up this D-line. You have multiple great running backs in this conference. You know, this is the test. You're testing Wisconsin with this schedule, man. You know, looking back at it, y'all, I'm a little unsure myself after reading that schedule again. What was I thinking? You know, but I'm going to roll with it. I have it written down. And they also have Preston Zachman. He's a safety. He had 39 solo tackles, 58 total tackles. So, what's your thoughts? 58, you said 50. You get a little worried. What's 58 to you as a safety?
As a safety?
Yeah.
The safety, you know, I've been thinking about a safety. That ain't terrible. They'll come down.
You're thinking like 70s, right?
Yeah. They'll come down and, you know, they'll come down.
Fair enough.
They could be run stoppers. It's when your corners are getting up there. That's like, whether you the last line of defense, what are you? How are you getting that many
Gotcha.
tackles? And there are,
Got
there's
you.
some there's some nickels that'll get in there, but
And that's fair. And I just wanted to see where you are with safeties because I don't think that is as bad as people think. Safeties, they can get some tackles, like you said. But he had 2 interceptions, 4 pass deflections. And listen, they had 5 offensive transfers. Even though they were shitty last year, the team knows the playbook, So you're getting vetted. Not saying it's the best, but I think it's going to help them. Because if you just bring a whole new guys in, like Purdue, in my opinion, and you're facing this gauntlet of a schedule, I think it's over. But the thing that I'm a little worried about is this quarterback room. And because I have a little bit of hope on Billy Edwards, like Aaryn said, but you also have Danny O'Neal and Hunter Simmons. 3 transfers and 1 true freshman that I haven't even talked about. Smith Carter, sorry, I didn't even know I wrote him down. Smith Carter is a true freshman. The quarterback room is a question mark. But for some reason, I have belief in Wisconsin, and that's it, man.
what are we, 13?
13, yes, sir.
My 13 team, I'm about to get, see, I feel like I'm about to get crucified real quick. Nebraska. I,
Oh, God damn.
yeah,
Holy
not
shit.
huge, not huge on Nebraska.
Holy shit. Hey, put the pitchforks down. Put the pitchforks down. Damn. That is a take. That's worse than my Wisconsin, I guess, to the fans, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, I just think they're gonna not be as good. I mean, I feel like Dylan Raiola is gonna take a step up. I just think the rest of the team's gonna take a step down. I'd be shocked if Dylan Raiola really stays in Nebraska. He might. I mean, he might. Screw it. What I like to call him is the great value Patrick Mahomes. Not because of his talent, it's because that dude literally copies him.
Be honest, that's super weird, dude.
Creepy.
I'm not even.
Creepy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even in the
It's
front.
borderline unhealthy.
Yeah, let's make your own style. How about you try it
Yeah,
out?
yeah, dude. Yeah. Next thing you know, he's gonna
It's
start
weird.
sounding like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, if you're gonna steal from Mahomes, you steal that arm talent. You
Yeah,
steal
good
his.
Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arm angles, the flick of
When
the
it's- yeah.
wrist, 80-yarder.
When a play breaks down, you can be that guy. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
If you want to be him, amazing.
Yeah, cut your hair.
Yeah,
Get
let's start
different
over.
glasses, shave your beard.
I'm thinking buzz cut. Let's start
Yeah,
over. Let's get it all off.
start fresh.
Yeah,
Get your
come
own
on, dude.
style on the field, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Actually, what I want you to do is just look like a stock NCAA. Let's buzz it. No accessories.
Yeah, just it's clean, and then you know what? Start building from that. You know what I mean? I got you. I'm with
Exactly.
you. So I do have Dylan Raiola wrote down. He had almost 3,000 yards, 13 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. So homie was forcing the ball. I know a couple of them. I'm not gonna really call them his fault. It was more of the game's on the line. Got to get a pass down there, so he just kind of slung it up there. But still, you should not be putting your team in a position like that. So I do expect him to play a little smarter this year, force a little less, try and get the right reads at the right times. I feel like he would hold the ball a little bit, trying to be Mr. Mahomey. And he's not. I'm sorry, he's just not. So, like I said, I do expect them to take a step back. They got a receiver, Dane Key, 6'3". I like that height. 715 yards for 2 touchdowns. Did good with a bad QB. I'm trying to remember because I did not write it down. I forgot to write it down where he transferred from.
Wait, who?
Dane Key.
Yeah, I'll let you keep going and I'll figure that out for you. Oh, Kentucky.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Dane Key. So he had a pretty good year with a not so good quarterback. So with Dylan Raiola, I do expect maybe 1,000-yard receiver, 1,000-yard season for this guy. Hopefully more than 2 touchdowns. If the man's getting 715 yards and only 2 touchdowns, why are you not feeding this man the ball? But I digress. They got a defensive back, Deshaun Singleton, 71 total tackles, 45 solos, 1 interception. Great numbers. 6'3", 210. I mean, that's a great defensive back. I don't want to throw to that man, that's for sure. They also got a linebacker, Marquise Watson Trent, senior, 120 total tackles, 52 solos, 1.5 sacks, and 4 forced fumbles. I mean, the man is getting that ball out your hands. You better be double handing it, cradle, whatever you got to do, slide if you got to. Don't let that man get a hold of the ball because it will come out. But yeah, still really not high on Nebraska. I know I'm about to get buried in the comments, but what do they say? No ball knowledge, low IQ, whatever it is. Yeah, sure, pal. What are you doing? What are you doing sitting behind your keyboard? You keyboard warrior.
I want you to try to do a podcast and you do all this studying and you watch this shit and you read articles and then you make your own podcast. And listen, I'm down to have some of you on here, dude. We'll phone call it up and say you're dumb, and I'll be like, all right, explain it to me, dude. Listen, we're not experts. I just want to hear. I want to hear his side, dude.
Non-experts.
We're not experts.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, that is my 13 team, Nebraska.
Wow, that shocked my list. They're way up there, honestly. My 13 team. I know it's still crazy that they're above UCLA. Also, another thing, I got Rutgers, 7-6 last year. They're 4-5 in conference. They play Ohio, Miami of Ohio, and Norfolk State, and then you play in Iowa, Minnesota, Washington, Oregon, Purdue, Illinois, Maryland, Ohio State, and Penn State. So I can see a couple games where I can pluck out a win there, but I'm sorry about the last couple of weeks for y'all, man. Damn. Rutgers, like I said, Ohio State and then Penn State at Ohio State, and then you get a home game against Penn State. Have fun with that, but I can pluck out a couple wins there. Offense, I got Athens. Oh, goodness gracious. Kalakamanis. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Quarterback, redshirt senior. This is his time to shine. He had 2,700 yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So, I mean, the ratio's not the best. Interceptions are they're not too crazy high, but they're a little high with the touchdowns in ratio. Then also they're receiving. I got Ian Strong, a junior, 43 receptions, 676 yards. He averaged about 15.5 per catch and 5 touchdowns. Ian Strong, I think he is going to get up to a 900 to 1,000 yard range. And the defensive side is where I was really excited for Rutgers. I forgot to say their rankings. They were 8th in offense, 17th in defense. So their defense was shitty, but I wanted to say that these two guys that I was super excited for really got me excited. They had Jet Elad, a safety. He had 54 solo tackles, 84 total, 5 tackles for losses as a safety is amazing. 1 sack, which is cool. I'll take a sack. 2 quarterback hurries and 1 INT. And then also have Daryl Dijaboom. God, Dijaboom. I don't know. Yeah, because I'm like, gulp. How the hell do I say that? Big Ten, respect the diversity, and I love it. Y'all need to have I need some pronunciations next to every name, please. Help us out, man.
Who's that one guy we were struggling with, dude?
I think he's gonna be high. I don't remember where he was.
Oh God, that was.
Yeah, it's tough. This dude, Darrell, or whatever. He had 48 solo tackles, 105 total tackles as a linebacker, 7.5 tackle for losses, 3.5 sacks, 4 quarterback hurries, and 2 forced fumbles. And the D-line is full of transfers, a whole revamped D-line, new transfers coming in. I think the defense is going to improve. Not saying they're going to jump high, but I think they're going to get to that 13th rank defense, and I think they're going to pluck some wins out that people don't expect them to.
All right. My 12 team, Washington. That's who I have. If I'm not mistaken, it was more their schedule that I was looking at. I got Colorado State win, UC Davis win, Washington State, I got them winning. Ohio State, I'm pretty high on Maryland, unlike him. I got him playing Rutgers, Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin, Purdue. I got UCLA upsetting them, and Oregon. Well, more their schedule than anything. And why they're so low? Because they got some guys that I'm looking. You know, they got Jonah Coleman at running back, 1,000-yard rusher for 10 TDs. He's gonna have a pretty similar season this year. Gonna have to kind of carry the load. No pun intended. You know, they got a receiver, Denzel Boston, and it's funny, when I saw his name, I remembered him whenever my first dynasty in college football 25 was with Washington, and that was my go-to guy, was Denzel Boston. Really like him, 6'4", 209. He had 834 yards for 9 TDs. The way I look at it, he's probably the leader of the offense. Him and Coleman, probably the two, you know, two big ones. I think you're gonna need 1,000-yard season from him, maybe like 12 TDs if y'all really want to do anything in this conference. Other than that, I mean, offensively, I didn't see much, and that's why I was looking at that schedule, looking at the roster. I was like, oof, it's gonna be a rough one for them. Defensively, they have a linebacker. I think. Oh God, here we go.
She got this.
Oh, I don't want to. Okay, Tyreek.
Sorry if he butchers it.
Kuda. Not to be
That
confused with
didn't
Al
sound
Qaeda. Not to be.
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah, don't say that, y'all.
He had 76 total tackles. 51 of them were his. 5 tackle for losses, 3 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions. One of them being a pick 6. I mean, that, if you ask me, yeah, that's pretty good. If you ask me, I mean, he's blowing shit up. I mean, they're doing great. They got a DB, CJ Christian, 80 total tackles, 40 solos, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. I mean, they got a decent defense. I do know they lost some pieces over these last couple of years, some really big pieces, but yeah, I don't see them taking a step up this year.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I guess I'll follow suit, dude. 12, I have Washington. Like Aaryn said, it's pretty crazy that the bottom of this, like our rankings have pretty good studs on this team. But I think Aaryn hit the nail on the head. They got a pretty tough schedule. They were 6-7 last year, 4-5 in conference play. They were 6th in offense, 9th in defense, so not too bad. They start off the year with Colorado State, and they'll be going. UC Davis will be heading to Washington, and they will be at Wazoo. They'll be playing Ohio State at Maryland versus Rutgers, at Michigan versus Illinois, at Wisconsin versus Purdue, at UCLA, and versus Oregon. I think it's just a little tough because these teams that I have low, they can poach a game in my opinion. You know, like the Rutgers, I say they can poach one. UCLA can definitely, if we're wrong, then they can definitely get that one. It's just a lot of teams that are unknown for me. Offense, you talked about their quarter. Oh, you talked about the running back Coleman, right? That's what you said. Mm-hmm. So we won't talk about him too much, but we got Damon Williams Jr. as a quarterback. So the quarterback room is a little bit of a question mark for Washington. That's also why. Who you got? Did I miss somebody for Washington?
Is it Damon?
Damon. Is it Damon? Yeah, Damon Williams
He's
Jr.
a Damon.
Yeah, Damon Williams Jr. Yeah, I think he's a little bit of a question mark. I didn't see any other quarterback I thought it would start. He had 944 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 1 INT. The 2 games that he did really play was against first game was Oregon. He went 17 for 20, 201 yards, 1 touchdown. And then he also played against Louisville with 26 attempts, 26 completions, 32 attempts, 374 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 INT. So, I mean, the potential is there. It's just, can he do it? He talked about Coleman. That's definitely going to help a young quarterback out. And then you also go, okay, so this is the guy that I was worried about. He is actually on this team. Well, sorry if I butcher it, guys, but I have the pronunciation here, and I'm going to try my best. He is a D-end. He's a senior. Transferred from Arizona. We have Tahi Tahi Uiagale Lele.
Lay.
Lele. Sorry, Lele. So, not too bad. He had 17 solos, 35 total tackles, 8 tackles for losses as a D end. I think that is amazing. That's a guy you want out there. 2.5 sacks, 8 quarterback hurries. So this guy can disrupt.
He's as tough as his name.
Wow, yeah, you're right. And I love the name, you know. I think it's dope. I wish I was Hawaiian sometimes, man, or Samoan.
Samoan, bro,
Like,
badass.
I just want to be
dude.
huge. Yeah, I agree. And then CJ Christian, which was already talked about, safety, 80 total tackles. So that dude's a stud as well. But they have the guys to do it. It's just me and Aaryn don't believe in them. But they could shock the world, or shock us at least. And
Yeah. I don't think
Who
we're the
knows?
world. All right. My 11 team is Minnesota. I thought I had them a little higher. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I thought I had them a little higher than that. Pretty sure you went over their schedule.
no, I didn't.
Buffalo, Northwest State, Cal, Rutgers, Ohio State, Purdue, Nebraska, Iowa, Michigan State, Oregon, Northwestern. Maybe I should have them higher, because that does not sound like too hard of a schedule. But I digress. We're here, so fuck it. We'll do it live.
I'll do it live. Let's go.
I got running back Darius Taylor. And stop me if you've talked about these, because haven't you already talked about this Minnesota?
No, sir, I have not. You're good, dude.
Okay.
I talked about a team that you were like, hey, let's not forget about Minnesota. They're a little, you know,
Okay.
they could be tough. And I was like, you're right. I disrespecting them.
Gotcha. Okay. So I got running back Darius Taylor, junior, rushed for almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, had another 350 receiving yards with 2 touchdowns. Pretty good. Really good. I mean, almost 1,000 yard season, double-digit touchdowns, 12 total TDs. I mean, dude kind of did pretty good. I mean, I like the 350 receiving yards. That shows me he's a very versatile player. Probably going to get a little more look. But what I do see is another player, receiver, Javon Tracy, almost 1,000 yards for 7 TDs. I do expect 1,000-yard season this year for him. That's not a huge step up from what he just did. I think you get that 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. They're looking pretty nice, and they're gonna, I would say, prove me wrong, but I just proved myself wrong by looking at their schedule. They're gonna. I think they're gonna jump a little higher up into that rankings. They did have this guy. I really liked this. So he had a DB, Coy Parrish, right? 6'1", 200 pounds, have 46 total tackles, 28 solos, 2.5 tackles for losses, 5 interceptions. Did all that as a freshman. As a freshman, I mean, tearing it up. I love seeing that. So I think he's going to be kind of their guy on the defense, if you ask me. I could totally be wrong. He could totally take a step back, but if he plays like that every year, I mean, that dude's a pretty high draft pick, if you ask me. Yeah, that's a pretty high draft pick right there. They also have another defensive back, Kerry Brown, 63 total tackles, 34 solos, 2 interceptions, all as a sophomore. I mean, their defensive back room is young, but they're pretty studified, man. They're pretty good. I like though that DB room. But yeah, that's my number 11 team, Minnesota.
And you would say, you'd confirm that you have them a little lower than you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking back at it.
Yeah, guys, we do these lists, and like there's really no time to change. Our lives are really busy, so it's like once you get that list, we got to get going. You know, we got to push these out and see. But at least you get the breakdown. You don't even have to listen to the rankings. You can just get some knowledge about some people that you may not know.
Hell, we don't know.
I'm gonna true 11. I'm gonna go Minnesota. 8-5 last year. They're 5-4 in conference. I mean, the schedule's not too crazy. You do have to play Ohio State, which loss. Sorry. You got Nebraska, you got Iowa, you got Michigan State, you got Oregon. So that run of games, I would say, is tough. I have Nebraska high. I have Iowa being, the Iowa that we know, really consistent. Michigan State, I'm a little higher on Michigan State probably than Aaryn is. Maybe not. Who knows? Seems like our lists are pretty close though. Besides the Nebraska. And then you got Oregon right after Michigan State, Northwestern, Wisconsin. You can win with 2 games. So Aaryn has every single player that I wanted to highlight. Darius Taylor, running back. He's almost to 1,000 yards. He should probably get 1,000 yards. The reason why I think he's going to have he actually might downgrade. It just depends on how this all works. Is their quarterback room I am not sold on. So I gave Minnesota my first rough draft. I give them a lot more wins than this. It's just because the inconsistency, or not even inconsistency, the unknowing, just the quarterback room is just a huge question mark. I don't really know which way they'll go. I'm not too excited about the 2 candidates they do have, and maybe I'm just not good at evaluating quarterbacks. But I have them low. It's just because of their, in my opinion, would probably be mediocre quarterback play. Your defense can only do so much. You got to put some points on the board, and I don't think Drake or Lindsey Drake or Dylan would take whatever the heck his name is. We have it's a redshirt freshman, by the way, and then a sophomore. So these guys are young, and they're going to be coming into the Big Ten. I'm not excited about the quarterback play that's coming in, but they might shock us, like I said. But they got Tracy, and I'm excited as him a receiver. I think he can 1,000 yards if the quarterback plays, average at least. And then, like you said, I wanted to really highlight, you talked about it, Coy. I think he is going to be one of the best in the Big Ten. I will say it out loud. That dude's a stud, man. 5 interceptions as a sophomore. Man, sign me up, dude. Where are those guys at? As a freshman. He's a sophomore this year, yes. 5 interceptions as a freshman. That is ridiculous, dude. And he's
That's a dream.
and also by the stats, he's over there. He's down to make some tackles, man. So you got a stud, and I also paired him with Kerry Brown. So like Aaryn said, that defensive back room is going to be tough. They kind of remind me of a little bit of Duke. With the defensive back play. And it's going to be tough, man. I might have undervalued them as well. It's just I don't really know the quarterbacks that well. So I don't know.
All right. My number 10 team.
Oh, the look on your face. Is it a shocker, man?
Mr. Consistent is no longer consistent. Iowa. I have them falling down, but saying that, I love their quarterback. I love their quarterback. I watched him in the FCS playoffs last year, and that dude was tearing it up, dude. I was literally watching him like, how the hell is he not in the FBS right now? Like, how is this man not in the FBS, right? Mark Gronowski, transfer from South Dakota State, the powerhouse of the FCS right now. Them and North Dakota State are going to war over who's the best in the FCS, right? Good passer with almost 3,000 yards, had 23 touchdowns to only 7 interceptions, right? He is an electric runner with 577 yards with 7 TDs, one of them being 80 damn yards, all right? This man can run. This man can throw. This man can do it all. I love him. Granted, take those stats with a grain of salt. It wasn't the FCS. But if he can tap into that, Iowa's got a stud. Now, will Iowa use them correctly is where I worry. That is my worry, because Iowa is a pretty run-heavy team. And I think they're going to need to learn to start airing that bitch out and letting this dude go to work.
Iowa loves handing the ball off and punting. They enjoy those 2 things.
That is their game plan. They also have a receiver, Jacob Gill. He had only 411 yards for 2 TDs, but my note for him was he was going to have to step up and help Gronowski. He's just going to have to. Somebody's going to have to, and he's looking like it's probably going to be him. So what can I say about a receiver from Iowa? Not much. I do. God damn, those fireworks are messing me up.
Damn, it's too damn early.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. Give it a couple days. God damn it.
Cut that shit out.
hate. Got to say, side note, biggest pet peeve of this time of the year is, God damn it, your fireworks are for the 4th of July, not the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, 7th. The
Yeah.
4th.
I had a dude I worked with today, and he told me that they were popping fireworks 2 days ago.
Stupid.
That is ridiculous.
Be patient.
Mind you, we are recording July 1st.
Yeah.
It wasn't even
First.
July yet, and they're popping fireworks.
Crazy. Anyway, I got a defensive back, Deshaun Lee Jr., 42 total tackles, 28 solos, 1 interception. I mean, I do think Iowa's usually got a pretty stout defense. They're a pretty tough bunch of guys. I think they do have to replace a couple guys, if I'm not mistaken. They do have Ethan Hurkett, defensive end, graduate 6'3", 260, 56 total tackles, 32 solos, 6.5 sacks with 3 forced fumbles. I wonder how many of those were part of the sacks. That's pretty good right there. I mean, it's just like I said, I just don't see it, just because I don't know if they're going to use this quarterback correctly. So I do not see them going hard. Plus, let's see their schedule: Iowa State, Indiana, Penn State, Minnesota, Oregon, USC, Michigan State, and Nebraska. That's a pretty tough schedule. So I just don't see them really keeping true to their normal, their standard, I guess.
Fair enough, dude. And there's someone I might have a little too low. I'm gonna go number 10, Lincoln Riley's USC. They were 7-6 last year, 4-5 in conference play. They were 2nd in offense, 15th in defense. Now that sounds like a Big 12 team right there. Let's go over their schedule. You got Missouri State, you got Georgia Southern, Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois, Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska. That bunch of teams right there, that's not fun. Even if you think Michigan State's lower, that's Illinois, Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska. That's tough. Then you got Northwestern, Iowa, and Oregon, UCLA. I think it's a pretty tough schedule in the middle. I went with their number 3 receiver. I didn't want to go their number 1 just yet, or I shouldn't do him at all, actually. I got Prince Strachan. I might be saying his name wrong. He's a receiver, junior. He transferred from Boise State. I've always had love for the Boise State Broncos. He had 25 receptions, 304 yards, and 1 touchdown. I just, got to show some love to Boise State, and I just want him to see him succeed. USC, they're an air raider, heavy passing team, so he might, bolster up those numbers. And then I had to go Jacoby Lane as my second key player, receiver junior. This guy is a stud as well. He had 43 receptions, 525 yards, 12 touchdowns. So he's getting a lot more touchdowns than most people with 500 yards. That is something you want. You want him to bolster up the number as well, the yards. But, I'd take 12 touchdowns a year any day. And defense, I wanted to highlight Bishop Fitzgerald coming from the ACC, NC State. He's a safety. He had 35 tackles, 55 total tackles, 7 tackles for losses, 2 quarterback hurries, 1 forced fumbles, and 3 interceptions. So he can do both. Honestly, no, I'm not even mad at anything. Sacks aren't too crazy as a safety. It just depends on what the defense really decides to do with them. But honestly, I like his numbers. And I also wanted to highlight for USC, man. The USC Trojans, they're number 16 in the Big Ten on threes transfer portal rankings. The only two teams below them are Wisconsin and Purdue. So they kind of struggled with the transfer portal. They lost a lot of people, lost a lot of key players. The 2025 portal cycle, they had 15 incoming transfers and they lost 26. Out of the 15 transfers, 24/7 Sports, they rated 5 of them as 4 stars. Interior offensive line, you got Joe something Reed. Jeez, guys, these names are messing me up this episode. And then you got another interior offensive lineman, DJ Wingfield, defensive lineman, Jamal Jarrett, cornerback, DJ Harvey, and defensive line, Kashawn Silver. I just wanted to highlight a couple of names coming into USC that might make a difference. I'm just not sold on USC. I just think it's kind of like the Bengals in the NFL. It's like you're going forward to all this offense. It's time to show your defense, a little bit of love, and I don't see them changing much of that. So, I guess why I got them 10, man. I got them 10. Is that crazy? Yeah. Is USC anywhere near that for you? Are they close?
For me?
Yeah, are they anywhere? You don't got to say it. Are they near 10? Did I put them too low in your opinion?
Maybe a little. I feel like I got them a little too high.
Really? I remember talking about it. You were like talking about how they're low and stuff.
And then you made me do that goddamn schedule thing.
What schedule thing?
That predictor.
Yeah, we did use a predictor, so it's a little different.
Where you can kind of go through the schedule and just pick who you think is going to win, and it kind of rank them out for you.
Don't you think that's better?
I will say, I do got a hot take about USC.
What's your hot take?
I don't know how it's getting less hot, by the minute, but Lincoln Riley will not be the coach of USC within the next 3 years. He will get fired.
Where does he go after that?
If Tech does not perform how they're supposed to,
we're getting Lincoln Riley. Is that what you're saying?
They're going to fire Joey McGuire and get Lincoln Riley.
Man, okay, dude. Well, I think
take him back where he started.
Stark. Or take Stark. I think he wants to flip.
Who?
He's already Sarkisian.
Sark?
Sark. I said Stark. My bad. I said Sark.
Yeah, I was like, Iron Man?
He's yeah, shit, I'll take Iron Man. Fuck it. Let's see what
I
happens.
don't think you fucking Jarvis will figure it out.
We'll get a fuck ton of money again. We'll add some more money. Fuck yeah,
Sark?
dude. Sark. Yeah, we'll take some Sark. Get bored of Texas. Come to Tech. Build another Texas program. Why not?
I want you to hear the words you just said. He's going to get bored of Texas, so he'll go to Tech.
No, I said you already built a Texas school, so why not? Why not go to Tech and build another one? It's kind of like Dynasty, You're like, shit, I built this team. Let's go somewhere else. What else can I build? Fuck it.
Call me the architect. Yeah, I don't know. I really have mixed feelings about Sark, because I do think he's one of the, college's best coaches.
Yeah.
But sometimes, dude, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you running the double motion screen when it's 4th and 1 on the 2-yard line, dude?
Yeah, so next week we'll talk about a little bit more. That's a preview for our SEC breakdown and predictions. Is that a good little transition there? Did that work? We will talk about it. We'll have a little, hopefully he's able to join special guest Austin coming next week to do the SEC. That's the big one. I know fans down there go crazy, so I can't wait to say a stupid take and get flamed. I'm excited. That's part 1 of the Big Ten predictions teams 18 through 10. We'll have 9 to 1 in the next coming days. Depends on how the uploads and edit work. So anything you want to close off on, Aaryn? What are you thinking?
Going back to last week, I am not unpatriotic, damn it. Am not.
Yeah. Yeah, no belief in Kanye Udo, man.
Not
Cam Scadaboo.
That's not even what it was. I was just simply saying you cannot replace the production of Cam Scadaboo. How many passing yards does Udo have?
I mean, that's fair. Shit, maybe some. Maybe some. I'm going to go on TikTok real quick. I got to go on TikTok because they were flaming you, dude, on there, dude. They were flaming. I got to see.
But
which one was it? Okay, so it's our most viewed video, 9,643 views. And we had 27 comments. Not crazy to me. Let's see.
Crazy to me.
Let's see. Okay, so we had a guy agree with you. You can't replace a player. You got to replace the production somehow, and we've got the guys to do it. So we have some, encouraging takes for you. They're with you. Let's see. There's some other guy. Okay, let's see. A lot of people saying Relique Brown, question mark. Talking to me, I guess, saying I missed him. But, like, I want you to fit every player that I've missed on a podcast and see how long that shit is going to last. So,
yeah, we're breaking this down 2 parts. This one still took an hour.
Yeah, where's it at? Okay, most un-American person on the podcast, no faith in our brother in arms. Kai does not know ball. Udo/Brown will do more than just replace Scat. And someone else said it's truly sickening to see the lack of patriotism from this Aaryn guy.
No, that was Austin. That one's Austin, bro. Austin
over there. Yeah, he's over here playing. Shit. Yeah, no one knows that's him, and he's over here fucking just saying, "Hey, fuck that Aaryn guy." Yeah, dude. Instigator, man. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I'm not So clear the air. I'm not unpatriotic, but I also don't feel like I'm wrong. So I will die on that hill, and that I will say the camera or the TikTok video did not do me justice when he's talking about an Army running back, and I'm going. This does not do me justice, but I am not unpatriotic. Fuck y'all.
Damn, dude. I mean, it's just funny. It's our most viewed video, and it's fucking. I won't lie to you. These Arizona State fans coming out of the woodworks for our TikToks, man.
That's funny. Where were they 3 years ago when they fucking sucked?
My AC turned on, scared the shit out of me. All right, let's just we're gonna end the podcast here before we get any more hate. Even though I probably already got hate for putting UCLA super low and USC pretty low.
See, I disagree just because I think UCLA knows. Like, they know. They're not a football program.
But come on, you get Nico and you're like, oh, we're on top of the world. And then don't you get his brother coming? Which is weird in my opinion. If you're the same position as your brother, right? Yeah, let's look. This is before I start rambling about something that don't even happen.
I know they did it with where did Mendoza
talked about
go?
It. Oh shit! Yeah. We talked about that. Mendoza. Mine is scrambled. We'll have to look that up.
Was it Indiana?
Yeah, Indiana. Got a brother there, which I think is super weird. You're gonna look up the Nico thing. Look up the Nico thing. I'll talk about just that in general. Like, if you're a brother in the same position, why in the hell would you want to be the backup to your brother? Why not go to another team and create your own legacy? It's kind of like that Dylan Raiola thing. Like, just be your own person, dude. You don't gotta follow people.
He is not in UCLA. But he had some.
Okay.
Yeah, he did some. Apparently, he did some shady shit too. I remember that now. I don't remember exactly what he did, but he.
So I might have confused him with Mendoza.
He took the money and ran, some type shit.
Hmm.
He got off. They're like, hey, come over here for like X amount of dollars. He said, yeah. Got there, took the X amount of dollars, and said, all right, I'm transferring back out. See y'all.
That's fucked up.
Like what Proctor did, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the Mendozas. There's the older brother's starting for Indiana. The little brother's the backup.
Okay, that's where I will put my attention. The Nico thing, I don't know. I thought that there was a brother there for some reason. So cut that out. We'll go to Mendoza. Same thing applies. Why? Couple bit your own, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, we're brothers, and I just want to be better than you in any aspect I can. So I'm not going to go follow your footsteps.
It's cool being on the same team as like I'm quarterback, you're receiver. I'm quarterback, you're running back. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah. Come on over, dude. I'm quarterback, you're quarterback. I'm like, you will never see the field. I would rather have a broken leg and play on that bitch than let you see the fucking field. All right.
That's fair.
I'll be damned.
Go
to goddamn Purdue. All right, get out of here.
Yeah, you can stay in the same conference. We're cool with that, dude.
Let me go beat your ass real quick.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Let me air it out on you.
I'll be like, motherfucker, I got my Purdue brothers, man. I forgot their names already because I'm already tired. So.
Bedtime. I gotta wake up here in about an hour. 5 hours.
folks. That's with babies, man. So we're gonna end it here, man. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe. Listening to podcasts, follow us, and make sure you subscribe on there as well. TikTok, also take a follow. We'll take a follow. Okay, like, share, subscribe to podcast. We will be live streaming the Hall of Fame game July 31st at 7 p.m. between the Chargers and the Lions. Join us if you want. Talk shit if you can. We don't care. We're watching ball, baby.
Doing pretty good, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. I said I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Hey. Okay, well, I just blew the fuck out of my headphones. I know what I mean, man.